Controversy abounds over GT&T star singing finals. Education Minister sues New York-based PNC stalwart, and an infant receives much-needed overseas medical assistance. Welcome to this edition of Headline News Update. I am Bibi Bacchus. Thank you for joining us. In February, we aired the story of a mother's cry for help to save her daughter's life. Josiah was diagnosed with AVSD and PDA. Josiah has 3 holes in her heart. Today, her mother, Ifya McKenzie, would like to genuinely thank the public and everyone who reached out with prayers, financial contributions, and kind words of support. McKenzie said that she wishes both a heartfelt thank you and appreciation from her family. She says baby Josiah has received medical assistance from the World Pediatric Project overseas and is expected to undergo corrective surgery soon. McKenzie said that she will continue to bring the public up to date on Josiah's journey and give a full update when she returns to Guyana. The nation voted for one singing contestant, but the crowd at Movietown seemed to favor another contestant. Here is Esther Sobers with that report.
Are you ready?
Thrilling, nerve-wracking, and unexpected were some of the thoughts of the patrons who attended the GTT Star Singing Competition Finals last evening at Movietown.
You don't want the people then to hand out the basket and the things.
The competition was coordinated by GTT and saw several talented locals vying for the grand prize of $1 million and a studio recording with Drew Toven. Hundreds of supporters came out to support their favorite singers whilst being entertained by local acts and the beloved Trinidad and Tobago band Ravi B and Karma along with Shal Marshall. The finalists were determined by a voting system where the public voted for their favorite contestants via GTT app. As the elimination began, many were stunned as the crowd favorite Delisha Wright was not selected in the top 3 spot. Those eliminated received hampers. Emerging the winner by the public vote was Ganesh Kasinath, whilst Tonya Samaru received 2nd place and Lerone Chevrier 3rd.
Thanks my family for supporting me, and thanks God, because without his blessing this wouldn't be possible. Thanks to all my supporters for supporting me, because they who made me the winner today. Thank you guys, I love you.
2nd place winner Samaru spoke of being bullied online. However, she plans to use her platform to spread love and unity through her music.
A lot of times during my singing, during the stage performance, I can hear people saying mean things. Most of them are race-driven. And I dislike that. I'm not a person that look at another race. So I would really dislike if I'm on stage and somebody commenting, this fully girl, that. I don't mention any other thing to anyone else. I don't think it's fair. And I think that a lot of times in Guyana, this is what happens. We bring race as an issue, instead of just using music to do what it's supposed to do, and that's to produce love.
Though the crowd favorite was not the winner, the talented Delisha Wright plans to continue her music career.
Nothing can stop me. So to all the other contestants that were really good and didn't make it, don't give up. This is not the end of the road for you.
The 2nd and 3rd place winners also received $100,000 along with a studio recording with Drew Toven. For Headline News, Esther Sobers.
Thanks, Esther. Coming up after the break, lawsuit filed of alleged defamation of character against Education Minister, and in the region, tourists flock to Chile to see total solar eclipse.
be nice if we didn't have so much waste to dispose of in the landfill. Well, composting can help us reduce the waste we dispose of by turning our organic waste into compost, which can be used to improve the quality of our soil.
Composting is very simple and convenient. You can compost using organic waste such as vegetable skins,
or fallen leaves and cut grass and put this in a composting bin or pile. Compost can help your garden grow healthy plants
while reducing your volume of waste. It's a really good way to keep our communities clean and healthy.
So, let's all start composting our waste.
Find out how easy it is. Call us on 226-2189 or 227-8429 or visit our website moc.gov.gy. A message from the Ministry of Communities in collaboration with the Inter-American Development Bank.
Welcome to Kissoon's Furniture. Find everything you need for your home and more under one roof in our newly decorated showroom. Our locally crafted furniture has been perfected over the last 60 years. From our hands to your home, we also bring to you our newly introduced lines of imported furniture and sleep center, where you can find a wide range of beds and mattresses. Kissoon's Furniture, furnishing homes for over 60 years.
Welcome back. Minister Nicolette Henry says Rickford Burke defamed and libeled her, and she is suing him for $20 million. Wendell Jeffrey is following that development.
The law offices of Harmon and Associates, representing the Minister of Education Nicolette Henry, has sent a lawyer letter to PNC stalwart and public relations consultant, New York-based Rickford Burke. Burke, who is Guyanese by birth, is also the president and founder of the Caribbean Guyana Institute for Democracy. He is being sued by Henry for what Henry calls grossly inaccurate and mischievous statements. It is alleged that Burke had published on a social media platform statements which read in part, "The Minister of Education of the Republic of Guyana rolled out robotics with a white man as instructor." That was on March 7th. On March 9th, the lawsuit is alleging that Burke published another unjustifiable and malicious attack stating that Nicolette Henry has failed Guyana with her incompetence as Minister of Education. It is further alleged that Burke suggested that Minister Henry is one of the most incompetent ministers of the coalition government. The matter arose from the recent national initiation of the STEM robotic program, which caused Burke to surmise that the founder of the program, Karen Abrams, was unfairly treated in favor of a white foreigner. The lawsuit claims that Abrams does not believe that she was unfairly treated, and that Minister Henry has correspondence from Abrams to substitute her claims. The suit is demanding that Burke retracts his statement within 24 hours and give an unequivocal apology to the minister. It is alleged that the suit is demanding damages in excess of 20 million Guyana dollars for libel. In response on his Facebook page, Burke said that the lawsuit is an attack on his freedom of speech. Burke said, "I cannot be intimidated by a lawsuit or the threat of a lawsuit. I live in the United States where the right of free speech is guaranteed. Burke continued by noting that Guyana also has a constitutionally guaranteed free speech policy, and he added that it is always a dangerous position when politicians and governments attempt to undermine democracy by seeking to silence free speech. For Channel 2 Headline News, Wendell Jeffrey.
Thanks, Wendell. And now for your regional news. It occurs once every 18 months and happened today. A total solar eclipse is a sight many astronomers, scientists, and enthusiasts follow keenly. But in the northern region of Chile, where the skies are particularly clear, a number of tourists are hoping that this eclipse will be something special. Al Jazeera's Lucia Newman reports.
The transparent skies of northern Chile, especially the Coquimbo region, have turned this into the world's astronomy capital. But scientists aren't the only ones rushing to witness a cosmic event that is drawing hundreds of thousands of visitors here to see a total solar eclipse.
Line is, people say, well, what's special about it? Why do you want to travel so far to see it? After you see the eclipse, you will know why.
This would be the American couple's 16th. They've been chasing solar eclipses the world over. In a full solar eclipse, the position of the moon appears to fully cover the sun, turning day into night. It occurs somewhere on our planet roughly every 18 months, but they're all different, depending on the location, the position of the sun, and the clarity of the sky.
The family?
This French family just arrived from Paris and says they expect this, their 5th eclipse, to be the best one yet.
Yes, it's an expensive hobby, but once you see a full eclipse, you get addicted, actually. It's like you want to see the next one.
Accommodation in the Coquimbo and Atacama regions have been sold out for more than 6 months. This is La Higuera, population 4,000, where almost everybody is renting a room or their home or even just a little piece of land where visitors can camp out. And the reason is that this remote place has some of the best views of the stars of anywhere in the world, and which, according to astronomers, will also give you some of the best views of the eclipse. But for astronomers and physicists who've also camped out here, it's an opportunity to see elusive stars, gather data, or demonstrate the theory of relativity through these telescopes.
If you're able to see weak stars during a total eclipse, we will be able to determine if the light has displaced them a bit and demonstrate once again Einstein's general theory of relativity.
They said it's wonderful.
Sharon and Bernard Buchholz have less ambitious expectations.
I'm hoping to see stars in the daytime.
If the weather cooperates as meteorologists predict, she will more than likely get her wish. Lucia Newman, Al Jazeera, La Higuera, Chile.
And internationally, the water hyacinth is a foreign weed introduced in the early 1990s to Nigeria. Since then, it has spread rapidly to 2/3 of the country's rivers. It has caused immense damage to both men's and fishermen's livelihood, as it blocks the waterways and sunlight to aquatic life. However, some of the scientists have discovered other ways it can be put to good use. Al Jazeera's Ahmad Idris reports from Lagos.
On land, hundreds of thousands of cars and trucks clog the streets of Lagos. And for those people who have increasingly turned to the water for transport, an invasive weed is making life difficult there.
Because of how enormous it is, the state government still has to procure more machines to be able to ensure that we're able to tackle it appropriately.
The spread of water hyacinth is heading inland, covering small streams and rivers. At least 26 out of Nigeria's 36 states are affected. It is accelerating the buildup of silt at the bottom of rivers and choking other aquatic plants by blocking sunlight and oxygen. Water hyacinth was first noticed in Nigeria in the early 1990s. Since then, the invasive plant has disrupted not only transportation, but also hydroelectric generation and fishing in several regions. Efforts to control it have so far failed. Yemi Amodu, who's been a fisherman all his life, says the job is now getting harder.
But the presence of the plant makes it difficult to paddle our boat and cast our net. The catch is decreasing. In fact, the water is becoming shallow.
But what he sees as a nuisance, others see an opportunity. They harvest the plant to create an artwork out of it for sale. But importantly, scientists say there is a lot of potential in water hyacinth, including electricity generation.
Most times, this microalgae attached to the water hyacinths, and during the process of my research, using the agitation method, when you take the whole plants of water hyacinths, you agitate it in water, and this microorganism will dislodge from it, and now use it for the other research work, in which recently I use it for the production of biodiesel.
Something that might prove beneficial to Nigeria as it struggles to generate electricity to power its factories and homes. Back on the river, Yemi Amodu wishes the weed will just disappear so that the fish can return in numbers. Ahmed Idris, Al Jazeera, Lagos.
And that is all for this edition of Headline News Update. Tune in tomorrow at 7 p.m. for another episode. Until then, like and follow us on Facebook, YouTube, or at headlinenewsguyana.com for more news. Take care.